If you're eating ultra-low carb, keto, or carnivore, and your insulin is still elevated, your weight loss has stalled, or your blood sugar numbers look strange, this video is for you. Because carbs aren't the only thing that raises insulin. Stress can do it too. And the hormone at the center of this conversation is cortisol. Cortisol isn't a villain, it's a survival hormone. Its job is to make sure you always have enough fuel in your bloodstream, especially when your brain perceives a threat. That threat can be physical, psychological, or even metabolic. When cortisol rises, it's essentially telling your body, we need energy available right now. Here's the key detail most people never hear. Cortisol can raise blood sugar even when you eat zero carbohydrates. It does this by signaling your liver to manufacture glucose from amino acids and glycerol through a process called gluconeogenesis. At the same time, cortisol reduces how much glucose your muscles and fat cells take up, so the brain gets priority access. It also increases insulin resistance at the cellular level. So even on a strict carnivore diet, your bloodstream can still be flooded with glucose, not from food, but from your own tissues. Once cortisol pushes blood sugar up, insulin has no choice but to respond. Insulin's role is to protect your organs and blood vessels from excess glucose. So even without carbs coming in, insulin rises to manage the glucose cortisol just released. That's how someone can be eating zero carbs, staying in ketosis, and still running higher insulin than expected. That isn't dietary failure, it's stress biology. By the way, if you're finding this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell to help me continue creating more content like this for you. Now here's where the situation escalates. When cortisol stays elevated day after day, it gradually makes cells less responsive to insulin. That adaptation is useful short-term, but harmful when it becomes chronic. Your pancreas compensates by releasing more insulin just to keep blood sugar under control. Over time, this leads to higher baseline insulin, slower fat loss, easier fat storage, and more difficulty accessing stored energy, even though your diet looks flawless. This is where people start noticing symptoms. Chronically high cortisol often shows up as stubborn belly fat, persistent water retention, poor sleep quality, elevated fasting glucose, cravings despite low-carb eating, reduced thyroid output, and that wired but tired feeling where you're exhausted but can't relax. In other words, your diet is low carb, but your physiology is still stuck in stress mode. Keto and carnivore reduce insulin from food, which is generally a good thing. But when those diets are layered on top of long fasting windows, intense training, poor sleep, or chronic life stress, cortisol steps in to fill the gap. Your body still requires glucose for certain tissues. If it isn't coming from food, cortisol will manufacture it internally, and insulin will rise to manage it. That's why some people actually see better metabolic results when they relax their stress load instead of tightening dietary control even further. So what do you do about this? The first step is shortening fasting windows during periods of high stress. On days following poor sleep or intense training, fasting for about 12 to 14 hours often works better than pushing 18 to 24. Next, make sure you're eating enough protein and fat consistently. Undereating sends a stress signal, even on carnivore. It also helps to reduce training intensity before reducing food. Walking, light resistance training, and recovery days tend to lower cortisol far more effectively than adding another high-intensity session. Sleep needs to be protected aggressively because it's the primary time cortisol is supposed to fall. Without that drop, insulin remains elevated. And finally, breathing can be used intentionally. Slow nasal breathing with long exhales, roughly 6 to 8 seconds, activates the parasympathetic nervous system and directly suppresses cortisol output. Here's the reframe that changes everything. Insulin isn't just a response to food, it's also a response to stress. If cortisol stays high, insulin will follow, regardless of how few carbs you eat. That means metabolic health isn't just about diet. It's about the signals your nervous system is receiving all day long. So if you're keto or carnivore and insulin still feels stuck, don't assume the diet failed. Ask a better question. What stress signals am I sending that my body is responding to? Because when cortisol comes down, insulin follows, and fat loss finally gets the green light.